I have been very excited to record this for you. Come with me today to explore some of the weirdest and most wonderful things you may not have known about in Disney World. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and today we are talking about why Disney Springs can get so weird. There are tons of unique activities and really bizarre experiences you can explore at Disney Springs. You don't even have to have a park ticket. It's totally free to go. You just gotta know where to go, and this is where we come into play. We are Disney Food Blog, so it only feels right to start at Disney Springs with a bizarre treat that we are not mad about, and that's, of course, cereal milk. Remember the days of Saturday morning cartoons and those super sugary cereals, or did we ever really leave those days behind? Everglazed Donuts and Cold Brew has a line of beverages that'll remind you of the super sweet remains of a big old bowl of cereal. The Milky Way menu options have 4 different cereal milks that you can choose from. There's the basic chocolate and strawberry, but you can also pick Fruity Pebbles and Cinnamon Toast Crunch too. And if you want even more sugar on top of the sugar you're already consuming, the sandwiches that are also featured on this menu can be upgraded with glazed donut buns for a $1 upcharge. And if you are a sweet, salty kind of person, you're gonna love this. Now, Disney Springs takes their dessert very, very seriously, which is why you've got to have a whole lot of patience for this next one. So you thought waiting for over an hour for a ride in Disney World was the most you would do, but try waiting for a cookie. It's worth it though. Gideons Bakehouse is the most popular dessert destination in Disney Springs. Oftentimes, in order to get in line for this spooky bakery, you're going to need to get into its virtual queue. The virtual queue system not only prevents the store from getting too crowded since it's really tiny in the first place, but it's also going to give you a chance to not waste away your Disney Springs day just for the sake of a cookie. You're going to get a QR code that'll lead you to this coveted wait list, and once you get on the wait list, you can go anywhere else you want in Disney Springs, and you'll just get a text message when it's time for you to come back. So why bother with all the fuss over these cookies? Because can they really be that good? And yes, they can. Along with their classic options like the chocolate chip, the coffee cake, the peanut butter crunch, Gideons also has rotating monthly flavors. Now, in the past, we've seen things like the white chocolate, coconut, vanilla, and caramel Kris Kringle with a little bit of cookie elf glitter on top for Christmas. You got M&M and crushed Oreo Frankenstein for Halloween, the slightly spicy and very cherry Eternal Flame for Valentine's Day, and lots of other seasonal options which you can take a look at over on the Gideons Bakehouse website, or of course on Disney Food Blog, because we publish about them whenever they're in there. And what makes Gideons even more bizarre, aside from its curious gothic decor and curios, is the fact that it has secret cake slices that pop up every now and then. You'll only know about the secret slices by following their social, and you'll only be able to order a secret slice if you have the code they post on their social. Secret slices do not last long, not even a day's worth. So if you hear about a slice you really want to try that's part of the secret slice lineup, then may the odds be ever in your favor. Get over there quickly. Don't worry though, they've got other cake slices here too, and they don't disappear as quickly. So if you'd prefer that over a giant chocolate chip cookie, go for it. Okay, let's set the desserts aside for a bit and come back to those later. Or maybe just get on the virtual queue and we've got a few hours to wait. Now it's time to check out something that tends to get seriously overlooked in Disney Springs, but it is super weird and super fun. And that's taking a hidden PhotoPass picture. Now, the Disney PhotoPass Studio is located in the Marketplace area, sandwiched between Marketplace Co-op and Ghirardelli Soda Fountain. And it's pretty easy to walk on past if you're not looking for it, but when you do find it, it's a little secret slice of weird if you do it right. It's a photo studio, kind of like what you used to do at like JCPenney. Remember back in the day? You can choose your virtual backdrop, you can use a prop or two, you can take a few family photos you can access through your PhotoPass or Memory Maker. And just like a regular PhotoPass, you don't need a reservation for this studio. Often you won't even really have to worry about much of a wait because nobody knows it's here. After you're done with your session, you can see your pictures immediately at the viewing stations off to the side. And if you don't want to wait to purchase these, once you get back home, you can buy and print them right there to take with you. Now, yes, you can take a nice family photo, or you and your buddies can just have a blast in here and kind of treat it as your own photo booth. All right, ready to do some shopping? Because I got a weird kiosk for you to visit. Left-handers unite, because Lefties is another shop located in the Marketplace that doesn't take up a whole lot of space, but it has a lot of character. This one sells strictly items for left-handed people, so you might find left-handed scissors or left-handed pens or even shirts that rejoice over the fact that you're left-handed and want the world to know. If you're having a hard time finding this tiny shop, it's located right behind the Disney Pin Traders store and close to Star Wars Trading Post. All right, so Disney Springs loves personalized experiences almost as much as it loves desserts, almost. And that leads us to our next fun, bizarre, weird point is transforming yourself into a Lego. Now, even if you don't like Legos, you will love this. It's very cool. There's a lot going on at the Lego store. You got giant Disney Lego figures to take pictures with, and you got epic Lego sets to choose from. But you can also make yourself or a fellow Lego friend into a custom Lego minifig. In the middle of the store, there's a station with these minifigure factory tablets. There you can customize what your minifig is going to wear. You can pick from one of their dozens of default designs, or you can get all artsy and draw a design or picture or words or whatever you want to get your master vision across. And once you get the front and back of the shirt designed, the Lego store will print it right there in the shop. You can even watch the magic happen. And along with designing your figure's clothes, you also get to pick its hair, its face, its pants, its dress, and the accessory that it gets to hold. And get this, the experience isn't that expensive. You can make a Lego minifig for $11.99. The minifigure factory, though, can get really popular, so you may not just be able to waltz right up and make one whenever the mood strikes. There may be a line and potentially even a virtual queue. So ask a Lego cast member stationed at the minifig factory to be added to the wait list with your name and phone number. They'll give you an estimated wait time and text you once it's your turn to get creating. Now, that's not the last of the personalized experiences I'll be talking about in this video, but for now we're going to switch gears literally and start sailing away. The Amphicars, located outside the boathouse, are vehicles that couldn't quite decide what they wanted to be when they grew up. A car, a boat. Nope, they're amphibious. They're both. You can take a 20-minute captain-guided Amphicar ride out on Lake Buena Vista to get a whole new look at Disney Springs in a super stylish ride. You can make reservations for this experience over at the Boathouse Boutique, which is the restaurant's gift shop. And Amphicars are not cheap. A 20-minute ride is going to cost $125 per car, which can accommodate up to 3 to 4 people. But if you're planning on eating at the boathouse before your ride, you can save $25, which is significant, on your Amphicar tour when you spend $50 or more at the restaurant. Just make sure to present your valid receipt to the boutique to get those savings applied. Now, looking for a Disney World activity minus the Disney World Park aspect? Then you're gonna love this. Are any of you Club Cool fans out there? You know, Club Cool, the place with all the free international soda samples inside Epcot. What if I told you there was a very similar experience on the rooftop of the Coca-Cola store in Disney Springs? The Coca-Cola rooftop beverage bar serves floats and unique cocktails and the Around the World tray, which is basically a Club Cool copycat. The Around the World tray features 16 different international sodas and drink samples from places like Europe, Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Honestly, it should be called the Around the World trays since you'll need 2 trays to carry them all. While some sodas in this mix are familiar to Club Cool, like the oh-so-infamous Beverly, which just didn't want to miss out on another chance to inflict a poor soul with its bitter aftertaste, many of these flavors aren't available at Club Cool, to give you a nice, different mix of options. Unlike Club Cool, however, this tray is going to cost you. It's about $15, but then again, that's still cheaper than getting an entire Epcot park ticket. All right, time to get the party really pumping with, of course, karaoke. Now's your chance to perform at Disney World. It's no secret that we are not Planet Hollywood's #1 fans here at DFB, but we can't deny the sheer entertainment we get from hitting up the restaurant's attached bar, Stargazer's Bar, on Friday nights. Every Friday night from 8 p.m. to midnight, you can join in on an evening of karaoke sing-alongs, while also enjoying a few drinks and snacks from the bar's featured menu. Stargazers is first come, first serve, so if you really want to do this and make your big Disney World debut, plan to get to the bar a little early so you can make sure you can sign up for a good karaoke time slot. And if you arrive there a lot earlier, like between 4 and 7 p.m., you'll be able to get Stargazer's happy hour specials, which feature a selection of craft cocktails, wines, and beers. Now, if you're feeling a bit chaotic, here's a Disney Springs experience that's basically like a miniaturized rage room, and you can eat it. Let's head over to the Ganachery. Yzma from Emperor's New Groove made smashing things with a hammer look like a good time, so we're gonna order the specialty chocolatey desserts at the Ganachery just so we can do the same thing. The Ganachery is known for its house-made chocolates. You can even see those expert chocolatiers hard at work when you're in the shop. But one of the most interactive treats you can purchase here are their seasonal chocolate piñatas. These are made out of a pure hollow and chocolate sphere, kind of like a Wonder Ball for you 90s kids, only this one's a huge chocolate sphere with seasonal decorations often shaped like Mickey or Minnie Mouse. When you purchase one, you'll get a little wooden mallet. Now for the fun part, you can use that mallet to bash this beautiful treat to get all the fun fillings inside. Sometimes it's marshmallow based, sometimes it's more chocolate, but whatever it is, the best part is actually getting to that sweet stuff. So chocolate destruction is immediate serotonin. Now I still want to talk about chocolate because who wouldn't, but also let's get back into the personalized experiences. Did you know you can put your face on M&Ms? Forget mini ears. How about buying a ton of tiny chocolate versions of you instead? Inside the giant M&M store on the west side of Disney Springs is a design your own M&M kiosk. Here you're going to be able to choose between photos and icons and texts to put on your personalized M&Ms. You can choose up to 4 M&M designs. There are quite a few featured icons you can choose from that are already featured on the kiosk for you to select, like princess crowns and Mickey heads and Cinderella castles. Or you can go the extra mile with one of your designs and upload your own picture from your own camera roll. Just make sure it's a picture with a simple background, good lighting, and only 1 or 2 faces. M&Ms are tiny, so the less detail, the better. After you've designed your M&Ms, you'll get to choose your packaging, which ranges from options like bags and cups and tubes and gift boxes and even a commemorative wine bottle. But the customizations don't stop there. Now you gotta pick your M&M colors. There are 25 different color combo options to choose from to make your personalized candy project as unique and pleasing as you are. After that, getting your final M&M product is going to take more time than it would, say, a personalized Lego minifig, and it all depends on how busy the store is. We've waited here for an hour before to get our M&Ms finished up, but we also know that there are others who've waited lots less time when Disney Springs has been less busy. So keep in mind and try to hit up the M&M store at the beginning of your Disney Springs trip instead of tacking it on at the end, just in case the experience takes more time than you were expecting. All right, so if you enjoyed the M&Ms, just wait till you hear about this next customizable experience. Think of your dream proposal. Is there a sunset in the background? Beach waves maybe? Cinderella castle and fireworks? What about coffee? At the flagship Joffrey's Coffee Store in the landing area of Disney Springs, you can get specialty foam art to jazz up any cappuccino or latte of your choice. And there are 2 ways to go about this. You can download the Ripples app and follow the step-by-step instructions, or you can use the Ripples app that's already downloaded on the Joffrey's Store tablet and follow the prompts from there. Just like the M&M store, you're more than welcome to use your own selfie or picture for your latte art, but there are also preloaded icons for you to choose from, including the uber romantic "Will you marry me?" text, because dreams really do come true in Disney World, especially when you have coffee. These designs are going to cost you an extra 50 cents, which may be worth it if you know your partner will say yes to coffee and an attached proposal. These next finds are really unexpected. Now, there are lots of things to buy in Disney Springs that aren't going to shock you. Shirts and hats and jewelry and designer bags are all very on brand for Disney. But then there are the items in Disney Springs that make us go, wait, really? I can buy that here? For example, you can get surfboards and skateboards at the Ron Jon Surf Shop, Mickey-themed bowling balls at Splitsville Luxury Lanes, and even cigars at Sosa Family Cigars. Shops in Disney Springs are a healthy mix of both Disney-owned and third-party businesses, so just like a box of chocolate, you never know what you're gonna find. You know what's also shocking? This next Disney Springs offering that baffles me every single time. Did you know you can watch death-defying stunts in Disney Springs? Art, acrobatics, animation. If you're searching for all of these, you're going to find them at Cirque du Soleil Drawn to Life. Now, Drawn to Life features 10 different acrobatic performances in one single show. It focuses on a 12-year-old girl struggling to rediscover her artistic muse after her animator father passes away. Now, yes, you will cry, so get prepared for that. This show has an international cast of 62 artists who perform some seriously scary feats. Like, no joke, you're going to be sitting on the edge of your seat and holding your breath the whole time. Drawn to Life performs Tuesdays through Saturdays, usually twice a night, once at 5:30 and once at 8. And you can check performance schedules on the Cirque du Soleil website ahead of time. But make sure to eat something before the show, unless you're planning on investing in the animated evening prefix dining package that was just recently released for Drawn to Life. Otherwise, you're not really going to have any snack options aside from the limited menu of drinks. So get that food in yourself before you get there. So where should you eat before the show? Let's look at a very special option that's near and dear to my heart. You can order more dipping sauces than you could possibly need. over at Guy Fieri's Chicken Guy. Chicken Guy is one of those Disney restaurants that's quick and affordable and very comforting, but what really makes this place stand out is its vast amount of dipping sauce options. There are 22 different dipping sauces that can accompany almost any meal. You got choices that are more tame, like buttermilk ranch, you got teriyaki, lemon pepper, and you got choices that are a little more adventurous, like wasabi honey, Nashville hot honey, and the avocado crema. My personal favorite, the straight up buffalo. I love it. It's a great buffalo sauce. Now, most meals are going to come with your choice of 1 or 2 signature sauces, but if you want to try more, or honestly all of them, any extra sauces are going to cost you 50 cents each. So what are our favorite Chicken Guy entrees? Glad you asked. A safe bet is any of the chicken tender meals, which you can order in a 3 or 5 count, both grilled and breaded, but the shareable sides like the loaded fries or loaded Mac Daddy mac and cheese with super melty cheese, chopped crispy or grilled chicken, bacon, and green onions, those are safe bets too, especially if you want a hefty snack to satisfy 2 people for under $9. And since we are on the topic of sharing the love, let's see what else you can share that might just blow your mind. If you're a fan of all things gears, clocks, and industrial gothic attire, then you're gonna love this. If you're a fan of sharing signature cocktails with your friends, you're gonna love it even more. The Edison is a triple threat Disney Springs experience. It's a restaurant, bar, and nighttime destination for live cabaret, acrobatic, and various other types of entertainment. While you're here, you've also got your choice of different snacks and entrees, but there are also cocktails, a lot of cocktails. But let's zero in on the signature cocktails right now. If you're coming here with a large group and you're willing to all agree on a single cocktail, then you can upgrade that cocktail from a single portion to a full-on punch bowl to share. Not every signature cocktail can be upgraded. The ones featured on the menu that can be punch bowlified currently are the vodka, lemon juice, honey, and green tea concoction, Green Electron, the vodka, rose, lime juice, watermelon juice, and cinnamon, Samantha Sterling, which of course is a throwback to the Adventurers Club, the rum, lime, and pineapple time turner, and the vodka, honey, lime juice, strawberry mint, and lemonade, Strawberry Fields Forever. Punch bowl size signature cocktails range between $125 and $150, but if you pitch in with a couple of your buddies, you won't have to bear the burden of that price tag alone. Now, this next Disney Springs point directly connects to the Edison, and I mean that literally. We're talking about Enzo's Hideaway Tunnel Bar, and that's how you transport back to the 1920s, back to the days of speakeasies and rum-running tunnels. As soon as you enter this restaurant, you'll feel like you're doing something majorly taboo, since this place actually feels like an abandoned underground space with graffitied walls and edgy vintage newspaper clippings. But don't worry, what you're doing is totally legal. Enzo's Hideaway serves up Italian-inspired dishes that are okay, but what you really come here for are the secretive vibes and the unique takes on vintage cocktails. For example, instead of an old-fashioned, you can order a hazelnut old-fashioned. Instead of a Moscow Mule, you can order a strawberry-based Fragola Mule or an orange-based Sicilian Mule. And instead of your average gimlet, you can order a limoncello gimlet, one of the DFB team's personal favorites. So many drinks, so little time. But here's the really cool part of this restaurant. If you're in the Edison, enjoying the steampunk scenery, but you want to grab a cocktail or two in this Disney Springs speakeasy, there's a secret passage in the Edison that directly connects to Enzo's Hideaway. Let's see if you can find it. All right, ever heard the phrase, can't judge a dessert by its flavor? No? That's because it's not a thing, but let's make it a thing. You can eat bug and deviled egg flavored ice creams. Yep, I'm serious, this is a thing. Salt and Straw is a family-run ice cream shop that initially opened in downtown Disney in Disneyland over in Anaheim, California, before making its epic debut in Disney Springs this year. And they have a few other scoop shops around the country. You've probably already picked up on this considering the title of this point, but Salt and Straw is not your average ice cream shop. Sure, you can order more familiar flavors like chocolate gooey brownie, double fold vanilla, and freckled mint chocolate chip, but you can also order really unusual flavors like strawberry honey balsamic with black pepper, the salty donut guava and cheese, and the arbequina olive oil. And if you think those flavors are interesting, just wait, they get better. Much like Gideons Bakehouse, Salt and Straw has seasonal flavors. We've seen goat cheese Marion berry habanero, saffron and honey with crystallized flower petals, deviled egg custard with smoked black tea, cinnamon and honey fried chicken, and spinach cake with chocolate tahini fudge. Currently, Salt and Straw has their new Ice Scream menu, featuring flavors like the Great Candytopia, jam-packed with homemade candy bar pieces, the Jack-o'-lantern pumpkin bread, basically a pumpkin spice ice cream, The Black Cat Licorice and Lavender, the Double Bubble Toil and Trouble, a vegan bubblegum tasting option that doesn't actually have bubblegum candies and instead has coconut, pineapple, and pear juice flavors. And the Don Bagito's Creepy Crawly Critters with matcha ice cream, toffee brittle, and mealworms and chocolate crickets. Yep. No joke. And that's just scratching the surface of these flavors because there are so many that they rotate through each month. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking people must order these flavors for the shock factor. And that's only partially true. Honestly, we actually really enjoy a lot of these, which is why Salt and Straw is a popular location. They can pull off the wonderfully weird and make us actually crave fried chicken ice cream. Never thought that day would come, but here we are. Because flavors rotate monthly, it's always a good idea to check the Salt and Straw menu before you visit during your next Disney Springs trip. And now part 2 of strange yet tasty icy treats in Springs. Want to look like you just ate a Smurf? Maybe not, but you still may enjoy this unique Dole Whip flavor in the marketplace section of the shopping district. Swirls on the Water also opened up for the first time this year, and with its opening came a new selection of Dole Whip flavors and combos that we've never seen before. One of those flavors is the 50th Celebration Cone featuring lemon and blue cookie dough soft serve swirl in a cone with iridescent sprinkles and white chocolate Mickey topper. This sweet snack is seriously tasty and great on a real hot Orlando day, so like almost every day, but it's a bit of a mess and a half. Your cheeks are going to be blue, your tongue's going to be blue, your hands will be, blue. So if you decide to order this one, make sure you've got some wet wipes and maybe a portable bleach stick packed away in your park bag, because there's a good chance a little bit of that melty cookie dough will plop right onto your nice Disney bounding outfit. Want a less blue option? You can also order Dole Whip Pineapple Vanilla Nachos. Dole Whip Pineapple Vanilla Nachos, which are waffle cone chips topped with Dole Whip, mango boba pearls, raspberry sauce, whipped cream, and sprinkles. Or if you want something a little more boozy, you can order one of the Dole Whip floats that also come with a non-alcoholic option too. Next, you can find authentic gelato. How can we say no to more icy sweet options? If you decide to go the gelato route instead of the blue Dole Whip or bug ice cream route, which fair, you can find authentic Italian gelato in the Vivoli Il Gelato storefront. According to the Vivoli website, this particular gelato recipe was created back in 1932 by Raffaello Vivoli. Raffaello would often stock his brother's milk shop in Florence with all sorts of goodies to bring customers in, but the gelato is what really took off. By the 1960s, Raffaello's son and daughter-in-law took off with the gelato business. Vivoli Il Gelato opened its first U.S. shop in New York, but opened its second shop in Disney Springs in 2015. Now, you can order flavors of Florence straight from Orlando, and the gelato shop has a rotating menu of flavors, as well as gelato floats and knockout pastries, like the Bombolato, which is a scoop of gelato and your choice of sauce, all pressed into a nice warm donut. Though the main storefront and Vivoli kiosk can be found in Disney Springs, you can also find a much smaller selection of the options at Disney's Riviera Resort next to the Riviera's feature pool. All right, time to check out Disney Springs from a whole new perspective. How do you feel about seeing Disney Springs from 400 feet above? The Disney Springs Aerofile is that tethered hot air balloon that lifts you really up high above the shopping district. This is a fun and unique option, and it's pretty pricey for what it is. The entire ride is 8 minutes long and costs $25 for adults and $20 for kids. So a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 kids, you're talking about a $90 balloon ride for 8 minutes. That doesn't mean it's not worth it for your family. Once again, it's a very unique angle of the Disney Springs area, but even if you're considering it, double check the weather for the day you're planning on riding. The Aerofile will not run if wind speeds exceed 22 miles per hour. And believe me, you wouldn't want it to run then. All right, let's focus on something on the ground now, like something more talent-based. Nothing like an Irish dance and sing-along to lift your spirits, and Raglan Road is an authentic Irish pub located in the landing area of Disney Springs. Even if this place didn't have any additional offerings, it'd still be worth checking out if you're a big fan of the whole classic Irish appetizers, entrees, and drinks. But the live entertainment that happens is a nice plus. Raglan Road has main stage performances inside their restaurant Monday through Friday from 5 to 10 p.m. with the Rhythms of Raglan Band and various outdoor patio performances daily from 6 to 10 p.m. These performances really set the Raglan Road scene with Irish river dances and live Celtic music to go along with your fish and chips and Raglan Irish Stout. And on the weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, you've got a special performance offering called the Rollicking Raglan Brunch, where the Rhythms of Raglan Band perform a special morning show for the AM folks. Brunch performances happen between 9 and 3. During this specialty weekend brunch offering, you'll be able to order options not typically featured on the main lunch or dinner menu, like the Hipster's Lament, smashed avocado toast, and the It's Okay to Drool bread and butter pudding. All right, let's go get that dino, but this time we're going to take it home with us too. Inside the T-Rex Cafe and to your right, you're going to find a small dino-centric gift shop, and within that gift shop is a Build-A-Dino section where, well, I think you can fill in the blanks. If you've ever been to Build-A-Bear back home, it's the exact same concept and same company. You pick a dino, you stuff it with fluff, get it a little outfit, and choose its name. You can also add fun little extras too, like give it a sound or add a smell. Don't worry, all good smells, some sweet, some fruity. The average cost for a dino, including like a shirt and accessory, comes to around $41, but you can also currently get the $55 bundle, which not only gets you your very own prehistoric friend, but also a sound, a scent, an outfit, and a pair of shoes. Sorry, Dr. Seeker, this is our dino. Now, I'm a fan of wine flights. They give you a chance to try lots of different wines without the full commitment to a single one. But with some of the wine flights at Wine Bar George, you're still going to have to fully commit to those 1-ounce pours because they're expensive. Wine Bar George has 2 different flight offerings for their outstanding by-the-ounce reds. The first is the Chapelet Experience, which will give you 1-ounce pours of 5 different Cabernet Sauvignon for $100. The second is the King's Experience, which features 4 1-ounce pours of the finest wines from France, South Australia, and California area, which costs, brace yourself, $280. Yeah, safe to say this is definitely an experience for all the wine connoisseurs out there, but maybe not the more casual drinkers? But don't fret, even if you're just looking for 1 or 2 glasses of wine that you're not going to have to take a loan out for, the Wine Bar George servers will be able to help you figure out the right match for you if you need some extra assistance. Now, since we're already at Wine Bar George, let's take a step away from its wine offerings for now to appreciate a very special and maybe slightly dangerous food option. That's right, we're going to eat cheese that's literally on fire. We return to Wine Bar George time and again, not just for those wines, but also because of the unique assortment of small bites, the cheese boards, the limited selection of entrees. In the past, you probably heard me talk about items like the glorious crispy mac and cheese bites and limited steak frites, which are only available Monday through Friday between 12 and 3. But if you want a small plate that demands your undivided attention, you're gonna need to order the aganaki on fire. This appetizer is made of a sharp Vallariti cheese, which your server sprinkles with Metaxa brandy and then sets ablaze. The reason for this isn't just for the aesthetic, though it is nice to ooh and ah over it for a bit. The flame makes the cheese nice and melty and slightly crisp, which pairs oh so nicely with the crostini on the side. The aganaki on fire is available all day long and costs $16. It is a deal. All right, guess who's back? Back again. Dessert is back. Tell a friend. We're going to pick up a cupcake from an ATM machine. In a realm of so many different sweet treat pit stops located around the Disney Springs shopping district, how does Sprinkles, located in town center and basically a chain cupcake restaurant, manage to stand out? Well, by offering an ATM service for desserts. Right outside the Sprinkles building, you'll find a bubblegum pink ATM. Now, this ATM lets you order a Sprinkles cupcake without having to go inside the actual building or wait in any lines. All you gotta do is follow the touchscreen prompts, make the payment, and wait for the sugary transaction to occur. What's really great about this service is that it's basically available all the time, so when the storefront closes, you'll still be able to use the ATM for a sweet treat. And if there's one thing you can say about Disney Springs, it's this. They're gonna give you options, and a ton of them. And this next location proves my point. Yep, we're going to the Bourbon Bar. Barbecue is abundant in Disney World. You got Regal Eagle Smokehouse in Epcot, Flame Tree Barbecue in Animal Kingdom, soon to be Roundup Rodeo Barbecue, and Disney's Hollywood Studios. But the only award winner of the bunch is in Disney Springs, and that's the Polite Pig. The Polite Pig is located in the town center strip in Disney Springs and serves fast casual and modernized barbecue eats. The menu options here, like the barbecue meatballs, USDA prime rib, and the low and slow brisket sandwich, have allowed the quick service restaurant to be recognized by the 2022 Michelin Guide for plate recommendations. But aside from the food, another reason we're big fans of the Polite Pig is for its full-on bourbon bar. The Bourbon Bar features over 50 different bourbons, including small batch bourbons, local options, and whiskey flights galore. The menu here is always rotating out with new and seasonal flavors, so you may stumble upon something completely new during your next visit. Okay, we've talked about food, we've talked about drinks, and we've talked desserts, but what if we started talking about personal grooming? Right. So after a few days in Disney World, you might start feeling a bit rugged, which means it may be time for you and your facial hair to book an appointment at the Art of Shaving, located in the landing area, right across from Paradiso 37. The Art of Shaving is a barbershop where the barbers are basically certified facial hair scientists. These barbers will give straight blade clean shaves, minus the Sweeney Todd vibes, full facial treatments, and even expert advice for what products you should be using to maintain that smooth look. And they can also give scalp therapy treatments and premium haircuts, so literally a shave and a haircut that's more than 2 bits. To make an appointment, you can call the shop at 407-560-8320. And who knew you would go get a straight blade shave on your Disney World trip, right? Now, how's about we look at one more customizable experience? This is the create your own candy. Sometimes the standard Disney treats just aren't specific enough for your particular cravings, so that's a good thing that Goofy understands. Goofy's Candy Company has a create your own sweet treat option that allows you to be in control of how your Disney-fied treat tastes. First, you'll be given a menu of options. You'll start by selecting your treat, which could be a caramel apple, Mickey Rice Krispie treat, marshmallow, or cake pop. Then you'll either select a white or milk chocolate dipping sauce, and finally you'll finish up by selecting your toppings. The first topping comes with the initial treat price, but every additional topping will cost you an extra $1. You can make treats between 12 p.m. and 10 p.m. daily, and then brag about it to your friends. Now, Disney Springs even has unique ways for you to escape the shopping district. Ready to go on a beignet hunt? When you're ready to head out of Disney Springs for a bit to track down some powdered sugar and fried goodness, head to the Marketplace dock and hop aboard one of the riverboats for a complimentary ride over to Disney's Port Orleans French Quarter and Riverside resorts. The boat ride is an attraction in and of itself. Not only will you get a lovely view across Lake Buena Vista without having to pay $125 for an Amphicar, but you'll also get to listen to piped-in jazzy tunes. For those fab beignets, jump out at the French Quarter dock and head into Scat Cat's Club for a mix of beignet options, ranging from sweet to savory and even boozy. Close to the Paddlefish restaurant, you'll find another little kiosk with some pretty bold marshmallow offerings. Now, these aren't your average plain Jane marshmallows we're talking about here. These are artisanal marshmallows with advanced flavors. We've seen flavors here like key lime pie, birthday cake, salted honey, and peppermint swirl, and seasonal offerings like the fall-inspired pumpkin spice, chai tea, and apple cinnamon. There are also alcohol-flavored ones like Fireball and Bourbon. Each box comes with 16 marshmallows and costs around $10.95. All right, so how do you feel? Wild stuff, right? Disney Springs is constantly adding new experiences and offerings to keep adding to the overall bizarreness of this place that we know and love. There's so much more here than just shopping, I'll tell you. So keep checking back here with us. We'll keep you in the loop with what secret stuff is coming into the Springs, and we'll make sure you're aware of everything cool you can do here. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.